Cool. That's someone's Twitter. What's going on Twitter? Oh. Oh, it's just okay. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting is happening. Attention, anyone who bought Minecraft Java before October 10, 2018, which is everyone. I'm just kidding, it might not actually be everyone. You have 1 week to claim your free version of Minecraft for Windows 10. I am under the impression that I already have my free copy of Minecraft. Maybe not, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't install it for Windows 10. But there you go. That was an update from the guy with the hair and the glasses on Twitter. Just letting you guys know if you didn't know. 1 week. I might have to look into that actually. I'm pretty sure I have. But I mean, I just play Minecraft Java anyway. Fucking. Know what I'm saying? I don't know how updated that information is. There we go. Okay, we're done. We're good. I need to find my place in the book because I lost my place in the book. That's the exercise that we were doing again. Vectors. Iterators. How I go on. Generic programming. Yes, I remember that. Ah, for fuck's sake. Ah, piss off. So there's a whole bunch of links in this PDF, but there is no easy way to go back to where you were. Iterator arithmetic. If it less than mid. What? Okay. Oh, I was just going over the binary search. Hello. Text must be sorted. Beginning, ending, arrays. Arrays! Finally, the good shit. Fucking the good shit. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Nested comments. Do I remember how to do them? No, I do not. You can't nest these, can you? Type 2 R's. Arrays. So we're moving on to Chapter 5, Section 3 of the C++ primer, arrays. Array is a data structure similar to a vector, but they're faster than vectors, but they're less flexible than vectors. So when you initialize an array, you can have an array that's empty, but unless you specify the array size will be 1, which would be the 0 position indicator of the array. Arrays store only one type of data, and they are unnamed. So you can have an array of ints, you can have an array of chars, which is a string, I'm losing packets. I lost some packets. It's not good. I found out potentially the problem was that there was some crosstalk with the Ethernet extenders. So I have oh, it's warm in here. I have paid some money for some new internet extenders that are all the same brand and all the same protocol, so that there's no crosstalk, so that there's a significant increase in actual bandwidth, so that there's an increase in speed. And fingers crossed that should work out. Also, the one that I got has got 2 Ethernet ports on it, so I will not have to use my old router as an Ethernet as an internet filter, which is good. It means I can just plug my Ethernet enabled devices directly into the extender. However, I think it's a little bit wide, so I may have to do some gymnastics with the plugs. No problem. So yeah. Arrays have fixed size, cannot add elements to an array. Arrays of fixed size, they sometimes offer better runtime performance for specialized applications. However, that runtime advantage comes at the cost of flexibility. Now, I come from the land of C, where runtime performance is the most, and I repeat, the most important thing. I'm sure you'll all agree that you do not want your programs to lag. You don't want your memory to be overflowed with data that it cannot handle. And I would encourage everyone to use to be certain about what they want to program, and use the most certain things that they can to reduce memory and CPU overheads and GPU overheads. It's good. It's good. But it's also not good, because a lot of the times I've seen the trends in C++ are to make things a little bit maybe easier. But so far, some of the things that we've seen, they only really make it easier on the compiler, which is good. Like things like auto. That's cool. Auto's cool. Arrays are cool. Vectors, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they have their place. I'm sure they're useful. Welcome to the mouth noise stream, everyone. Defining and initializing built-in arrays. Arrays are a compound type. An array declarator has the form something square bracket something, where something is the name being defined and something is the dimension of the array. The dimension specific to the number of the elements must be greater than 0. The number of elements in the array is part of the array's type. As a result, the dimension must be known at compile time, which means that the dimension must be a constant expression. There you go. Okay, so basically what that means is if you are initializing an array, you have to initialize it either with a constant expression if you are wanting to use some what do you call it, some variable or arithmetic has to be a constant expression, or you have to use an int literal. Ooh, we cannot use auto to determine the type of things to be held into an array. Okay. Arrays hold objects. There are no arrays of references. Good. Okay, you can initialize an array without specifying the size as long as you specify all of the values, and it will deduce the size for you. That's cool. That's cool. What's going on here? Character arrays are special. Okay. Okay, we can copy out some of this because it's nice to have. I don't really think we need that, but okay. So these are all good. Yeah, I'm an idiot. So there you go. There's some nice thingies. And if we run the local debugger, it shouldn't throw up any errors. It should just be like, yes, we did that. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Works. From a string literal blah blah blah. Oh, what's this? Character arrays have an additional form of initialization. You can initialize such arrays from a string literal. When we use this form of initialization, it's important to remember the string literals end with an old character. You're good. Character is copied into the array along with the characters in the literal. Okay. Okay. So if you want to initialize a character array from a string literal, you must specify that the length of the array is 1 larger than the number of characters in your string literal, as string literals contain a null terminator at the end, so you need an extra bloob. It would be safest in doing so if you simply left the number of things as blank, and we do it automatically for you. Let's do Oop. Like so. Like so. And just for good measure, there you go. And that's beautiful. That all works perfectly fine. F5 to confirm. Love it. Absolutely love it. You all enjoying quarantine? You're all enjoying this lockdown already? It's fun, isn't it? It's really fun. It's really fucking. I can do everything that I normally do. That's it. I mean, who even goes outside these days? Outside's so fucking. Okay. So you can't initialize an array from another array. Okay, that's weird. So you can define an array with pointers inside. You can also have a pointer to an array. That's weird. Yes, I agree. So when you are declaring a pointer to an array, the size of the array is in the pointer declaration and not next to the array which it points to. Assuming text size is a function that takes no arguments and returns an int value, which of the following definitions are illegal? Int IA array buff size. It's illegal. Buff size is not a constant expression. Oh wait, hang on. Unsigned buff size 1024. A buff size is not a constant expression. Int 1a 4 times 7 minus 14 is fine. That is a constant expression. Correct? They're all just regular old inty boys, and they're algebraically applied. Int IA text size brackets, illegal, not a constant expression. And char st11 fundamental 1 2 3 4 5 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Illegal. There's no space for a null terminator. What are the values in the following arrays? String SA10, 10 lots of 0. Int IA10, 10 lots of 0. Int main, string SA10, int IA2, 10. What? String SA10, int IA10, int main, void, string SA210, int IA210. So there's 10 undefined strings, 10 undefined ints, which would be 0. SA2 is 10 undefined strings again, and 10 more undefined ints. Am I braining? List some of the drawbacks of using an array instead of a vector. So can't add items to an array once they have been initialized. You can't change the size of an array. You can't something else there. No, that's about it really. Accessing elements of array, very good. It's the library vector and string types. Range 4 for the subscript operator. Access elements of an array as usual. The indices start at 0 for an array of 10 elements. The indices are 0 through 9, not 1 through 10. Congratulations. When we use a variable to subscript an array, we should normally define that variable to have the type size t. Size t is a machine-specific unsigned type that is guaranteed to be large enough to hold the size of any object in memory. Wow. The size t type is defined in the C, S, T, D, D, E, F, oh, for fuck's sake. CT? CST D D E F. There he be. Very nice. It is really, really warm in this room, but I don't want to open the window properly because the bees will get in. Not the bees. The section arrays a fixed size. We use arrays in ways that are similar to how we use vectors. Yes, we do. We can re-implement our grading program. No, we can't. Let's just not. The not so obvious difference is that the subscript operator in the program is the one that is defined as part of the language. This operator can be used on operands of array type. Okay. Well, it's just the same subscript operator that they had in the other one. This book is written real weird, you know? Ah, there we go, finally. As in the case of string of vector, it's best to use range 4 when we want to traverse the entire array. For example, we can print resulting scores as follows: for auto I scores cout I. Okay. See out end. Okay. And that's outside that loop. That's outside the end. Because the dimension is part each array type, the system knows how many elements are in scores. Using a range 4 means that we don't have to manage the traversal ourselves. Okay. As with string and vector, it's up to the program to ensure that the subscript value is in range. Fuck you. Biggest errors I've ever had. Subscript value out of range. It's never my fault. It's never my fault. It's always C's fault, not mine. Exercise 330. Identify the indexing errors in the following code. Constant expression size t, array size equals 10. Okay. In IA, array size for size t, ix, 1, ix, array size is less than or equal to array size plus ix, IA, ix equals ix. What the fuck is going on here? So less than or equal to array size is a blooper. It has to be less than. If you get to equal to, some shit's gonna happen. And constant expression size t, array size equals 10. Isn't array size, I don't know. Well, constant expression size t, array size equals 10. Oh, size t is the type, of course. Yeah, array size equals 10. For in IA array size, that's fine. For size t, ix equals 1. Gotta start at 0, my friend. Ix is less than or equal to array size plus ix. Yeah, so gotta start at 0, and you should use less than, because the number is gonna be 1 less than the size of, because the size of isn't 0. Thingamajiggy. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right, chat? Fuck's sake. This isn't what you meant to stream to Twitch, is it? Write a program to define an array of 10 ints. Give each element the same value as its position in the array. Okay. How many? 10. Oh, right. You know what they say, kids? All valid C is valid C++. A8 I equals I. See out. A8 I. Why haven't my see outs and endles changed color? Aren't they meant to be like orange or something? Mate, I know my arrays, dog. I'm down with the arrays. Easy peasy. Also, completely ignored everything that they just showed here. Like, yeah, it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. It's not what they wanted me to write, is it? They wanted me to use size t, and they wanted me to use a thingy, and you know, get size. They haven't even told us about stuff like that, like array length, get size, or whatever it was. Copy the array you define into the previous exercise into another array. Rewrite your program to use vectors. Oh, dog, why'd you do this to me? A9I is equal to A8I. So you can't directly instantiate. That's not the right word. Begins with an I, doesn't it? Fuck. Brain is just turned into soup these days. But you can iterate over them, and you can read and write values to arrays pretty easily. How'd you do vectors again? Vector in, okay. It's with these little boys. VA8 10, VA9 10. Is this auto V A8? A8 V equals, is that how you do it? Oh, you margin. How did we print out vectors before? How did we print out vectors before? We fucking didn't, did we? Oh, these are meant to be round brackets, not square brackets. Very sorry. Sorry. There we go. That actually fixed it, apparently. Effect it in. So let's just try that. Ooh, that didn't work. It is so warm in here. For auto IT equals s stop begin. What? For auto and v vint. That right, no. Yeah, this is the value. Right, yes. Value at position, not, yeah. Okay. See, that works perfectly fine. So what it is when you do that for auto iterator and then the thing that you want to iterate across, it's not an iterator, it is the value at the position. That is good, Slam. That is what was messing me up. And now we have found that out. We got 1, 2, we got 3 sets of 0 to 9, so now you can do for now we can do this VA8 kind of va9 v equals v. Big fingers crossed. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this isn't very. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's cool if you're only addressing one thing and you want to do one thing to each one of the things in the thing. But this, it doesn't have the same kind of power in my eyes as this, because this is fairly generic, and the V itself is an iterator, so you can use the V to access a position in a vector or an array, and you can also use it as an incrementer to make things like that. In this kind of exercises instance, I much prefer this format. I think I may have duped the course book out of a loss there, but fuck you. What would happen if you did not initialize the scores array in the program on 116? It wouldn't exist, mate. You wouldn't. What is so warm on my PC? GPU no, CPU no. There's like a big kind of aura of warmth, and my hard drive's on fire. Maybe not again. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. We've only been live for 39 minutes, so. Pointers and array. C++ pointers and arrays are closely intertwined. Particularly, we'll see when we use an array, a compiler ordinarily converts an array to a pointer. Oh. Normally when we obtain a pointer to an object, blah blah blah, generally speaking, blah blah blah, applied to my object, blah blah blah. Elements in arrays are objects. When we subscript an array, the result is the object at the location in the array. As with any other object, we can obtain a pointer to an array element by taking the address of the element. Okay. Okay, cool. So all right, okay. Okay, so the auto. What? All right, okay. What? So the auto type of something. The auto type of an array is a pointer of the array's type. Okay. Okay. All right, okay, so we can use the increment operator to move from one element to the next in an array using pointer to the array. Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to stop soon. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Int star e equals and r10. Pointer just places the last element in array. Okay. Int star b equals array b does not equal e. Yeah, so int star e equals and r bro 10. Okay. Would you not put that at the brackets at the top of the for loop? Sorry. It'd just make more sense to have that all together so it wasn't in the scope of the rest of your program. Right? Or am I dumb? Is that an unwoke thing to do? Oh, thank God. So there's a dropped frames. There's a dropped frames. Thank you. Please don't drop the frames. What the fuck is wrong? Okay. Stop dropping frames. So there's a function begin and end, which are take the argument of the array that you want to find the beginning or one past the end to, and you assign them to an int pointer, and then you can use those in your loops, which is good. Pointer arithmetic. Here we go. Nope. Nuh-uh. Pointers that address to array elements can all use the iterator operations listed in table 3.6. On table 3.7. These operations to reference increment comparisons, addition of an integral value, subtraction of two pointers of the same meaning when applied to pointers that point at elements in a built-in array as they do when applied to iterators. When we add or subtract an integral value to or from a pointer, the result is a new pointer. That new pointer points to the element at the given number ahead of or behind the original pointer. All right. Okay. Size TSC 5, array SZ 5, 1 to 5, int star IP equals array, int star IP2 equals IP plus 4. Good slime. That's interesting. The result of adding 4 to IP as a pointer points to the element 4 elements further on in the array from which the one IP currently points. Oh yeah, because IP points at 0 and then 4 you're at the array 4 and there's 5 elements but it's 0. That is brain melter territory right there. That does not seem to make any sense, but there you go. So does not include the one that you're stood on. You know, trying to think of a good way to remember this kind of stuff. So if you're stood on 0 and you add 4 to it, you're moving 4 places. You're moving 4 places, so you've moved to the 5th location. Brain. Yeah. Okay. Array is converted to a pointer to its first element. P points 1 past the end of the array. What? Int star P equals array plus SZ. Use caution. Do not dereference. Int star P2 equals array plus 10. Error. Array only has 5 elements. P2 has undefined value. Int star P equals array plus SZ. What? Integral value to a pointer must be a pointer to an element in the same array or a pointer just past the end of the array. Right, so int star P equals array plus SZ is a pointer just past the end of the array because it is 5 long. You've moved just past the end of the thing. And dereferencing that is bad because that's not part of the array. It has random data in it, which could be very large or very small. Will probably crash your program. Cool. But you can still ascertain whether it's a thing, because you can do the thing with the thing. Check if it's equal to end array, and then if it is, you can stop doing good slam. I've actually missed some... Oh! What do you mean I've completely lost? What do you mean reconnecting? Whoa, fuck you! Ooh, fuck you. Fucking this internet, man, recently, last couple of days, has been absolute shite. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there because this section is pretty meaty. We got to pointer arithmetic. I'm gonna leave it on pointer arithmetic. We're gonna come back next week and do pointer arithmetic properly with a fresh brain that can focus for longer than an hour, or well, an hour, I guess. I'm gonna charge this phone as well. It deserves a charge. So yeah, as always, thank you for tuning into the live video. Sorry these aren't interesting or anything like that. It's just me screaming at Visual Studio for an hour. Thank you for tuning into the VOD. If you are mad enough to tune into a VOD of me screaming at Visual Studio for an hour. And as always, I will see you in the next episode. But before I press the stop streaming button, I think I might have a look into the old Itch.io website, and I might upload maybe snapshots of the baby game that I'm making on Unreal. Because it might be nice for people to download and play it themselves and tell me just how bad it is. So yeah, I might do that. Like every 10 episodes, that's like every 10 hours of work, I can upload a new version of the baby game to the Itch.io, and you can download it, and that might be cool. But yeah, thank you, and I will see you in the next episode.